headed to our event. I guess I need to put in the GPS. Be right back. Yes, as we got inside after a long wait in the car, we'll explain later, everyone was standing around trying to get to their seats, I assume, and we were on the floor, so we're like wondering how we can get around them real quick because Gladys had already been on stage for about 15 minutes, and we are trying to hurry so that we don't miss her. Now we are finally in our seats, and I am so sorry that I'm not able to let you hear. I don't even want to let you hear 3 seconds of the concert. Don't want to strike, don't know what they'll do, so I'm best just to leave it out. So anyway, unfortunately, you really could tell that Gladys is getting dementia. And this is my own opinion, not a medical opinion. I'm just giving you my personal observation, just watching her. She just knew when to come in, when to sing, but she really didn't converse with the audience. She blew kisses to everyone, and she just hit her notes and stuff like that. But it is very sad. I just hated to see her that way. Then they escorted her off the stage as she sang Leaving on That Midnight Train to Georgia. And then my girl, after Gladys went off, they had a short intermission, to set up for the next entertainer. And so I decided to do selfies. And we are excited because I have never seen Stephanie Mills. Yes, Stephanie Mills is next. There she is, getting down. The girl was bad. I'm just like all of the songs. This song is What You Gonna Do With My Lovin'. That's what she was singing. And when when the band broke it down, she broke it down. Check her out. She was getting it, boy. I was like, you go, girl. She was moving. I'm like, she was great. And I told you I hadn't seen her before, so I was very excited to see her. And when I saw that, let me just tell you, when I saw that all 4 of them would be together, I saw Gladys Knight in Vegas and I saw Shaka Khan in Vegas. And so I was really excited to see Stephanie Mills and Patti LaBelle because I didn't know what they were like when they performed. But, I mean, every song that Stephanie came out with, I was like, dang, that is the jam. And then she just has the personality to go with it. Just awesome. Just awesome. And look at all the people there. That's what I wanted to show. Like I said, we were on the floor. And we had gotten our ticket at the last minute, so we weren't in the front on the floor because it was hard to find like 2 seats together. So we were a little further back, but still had a great view when everybody sat their behinds down. And look at all those people. I was like, wow, they really showed up and showed out. I mean, when Stephanie came out, everybody stood up. So that's where I was like, dang, it was kind of hard to videotape her and get good views. And then with the lighting, because they had it like, you know how you have I don't know what those lights are called that go around and make it dark and then it's bright. And then so that's why I don't have a really good picture as well. And then she's jamming with her guitar player. And I mean, she just got down with the get down. And then she started singing this song. You put in a rush on me, but I like to know you better, baby. Yeah, I'm not giving it any justice, but that was the song. And I'm like, dang, that's my favorite song. It's like every time a song came on, that's my favorite song. It's just memories of her just jamming. Look at her. I was just so enjoying myself. We really had a great time. David didn't stand up one time, he was just Mr. Kumo D sitting back. But me, that's why the camera's moving around too. It was very hard to jam and film at the same time, but I was trying. And then this song came on. Something in the way you make me feel. And of course I was like, dang, that's my favorite song. That's my jam. That's why I said every song after song after song, I would love to go see her by herself so that she can sing all of her greatest hits. With the 4 of them, of course, they had certain time limit on stage, and it was about 30 minutes a piece. But I'll let you know afterwards so that I'll wait to get there. I'll wait to get there and let you guys know what the real deal was when Patti came out, but we're not there yet. And I only did a little snippet of Gladys because, like I said, we were stuck in the car prior to the show. And when we were able to come out, that it was about a quarter after 7 once we got in the theater. And so Gladys had already been on stage half of her show. So we caught the tail end, which was good enough. Like I said, I've seen her before, and she's good. It's just, Oh, and I almost forgot to tell you, the 3 gentlemen that are in her background, the ones in the black, they are her sons. And she had each of them sing. I didn't want the video to be too long, although it is already. But when the first one sang, he got down. Then the second one sang, he got down. And then the third one, she said, was her favorite child. And that, man, I mean, he was blowing. And I was like, good on you. They were all getting down. So this is her exit. She's telling everybody goodbye. And she exited the stage. We were like, she is the best. She was the third one. So we were like, yep, she was the second one. And then now here comes my girl, Patty. I was like, oh my goodness, this woman, she did her thing. But it was awesome. I love when they show the old videos and, from back in the day up until the present. It just shows how much entertaining they do and the decades that they have been doing it. It is so impressive and it's just great. I just really, really love it. This just brings back so many memories for me. And yes, I say it over and over and over. I will say it again because I am of that age when this music came out, and I so appreciate it because you're never going to have this music again be duplicated. So I just enjoy it while they're still alive. That's why I was like, I need to get to this concert to see all 4 of them while they are still able. And now they're getting ready to bring her out, and there she is. And everybody stood up. I'm like, okay, let me see if I can get around these folks. But they graciously sat down, and there she is. She was like, she came out styling and profiling. Once she got center stage and took off her jacket, it was on and popping. And there was a lot I didn't show with her because she did a production, honey. She was just getting down. She went over the 30 minutes. I think she was more like 50 minutes, almost an hour. She had the longest show. Right here she's singing, I'm all right and you're all right. It's like paradise. Jamming, getting down, go on, Patty. And then in between she had called up like 5 people from the audience, asked them if they could sing, had them do their little thing, and they were funny. One guy blew his behind off. And then this is the Michael McDonald song that she sang with this guy, and he did an awesome job. Although it would have been great to see Michael McDonald on there, singing so many times, someone should have told me. Or however, I'm going to mess up the words of these songs. But anyway, that just, oh gosh, did it bring back a lot of memories. And like I said, he was singing his butt off. No one sings like Michael McDonald, but still, he did his own right. He handled his own. And what was so funny, when she had those 5 people from the audience on the stage, they were about 20 feet apart, and they were kind of scared to approach her. They didn't know what to do. So she was like, come to me, my feet hurt. And at some point, she just took off her shoes. And that is why I love me some Patty, because she reminds me of myself, where I'm like her. I am just going to be me. Don't be perpetrating for other people. Just be you. And that's what makes people love you. Make people love you. That's how I feel about it anyway. And then after she sang that song, she went into her next song, which was, I'm in control, my worries are few. I got a new attitude. That was my jam too. You don't realize how many jams there are until you are at a concert and they just sing them back to back, and you be like, oh shoot, getting down. And, I was just very happy that I was able to see the whole performance of Stephanie Mills and Patti LaBelle, because like I said before, I had never seen either one of them, and they are the ones that tore it up. Stephanie Mills did her thing, and then Patti LaBelle took it home. And, of course, Chaka Khan was Chaka Khan, but we'll get to her next. She was the last one on the ticket. I just knew we would have a great time just because of how it all started, first with Turk running off, and then as we get to the concert, the downpour without an umbrella, sitting in the car while Gladys is singing on stage, but it all still worked out. We had an awesome time. And now she's singing, somebody loves you, baby. Oh, 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 somebody loves you, baby. But I'll stop. I know I'm hurting you guys' ears. I just wanted to give you a taste of each song so you'll get that feeling like I had. But of course, my feeling is going to be better because she was the one actually singing, and you aren't hearing her, you're hearing me. So I apologize for that. But anyway, you are not going to believe what she did next. I thought she was going to sing another one of her songs, per usual. But then when they broke out with Boots on the Ground, I was like, what? They had their fans. She was standing on the side while they were singing it. See that clack, clack, clack. Whoa, 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 I got my boots on the ground. And then people in the audience also had fans. They must have had gotten the word or something and knew they were going to do that song because I had no clue. That was like a special treat. Patty was singing in the corner and they were like calling for her to come over. And so when she came over, she had her fan in her hand and she was singing and she was trying to do the clack, clack, clack. But just like some people that I know, it is difficult for them to do it. Look at her just waving, waving. But that was the end of her show. She's now going off the stage with that. And that was just so cool. And that trombone player, he got down. Now, like I said, this would have been an even longer video if I was able to show you everything that was going on. I just wanted to give you a highlight, and the concert was like 3 hours long, so of course my little snippets is going to be at least 15-18 minutes just to show you, what I saw and the highlights of my evening. And look at her going off stage, just love you, girl, love me some Patty. And then next, we already know, Chaka Khan came out. And then this is the intermission, a little intermission waiting for Chaka Khan to come out. And I'm just singing the song that they're playing. You see people standing up jamming. David was like, shoot, I'm just chilling here waiting for the next one. That's why I looked back. I was like, what you doing? And their intermissions in between each entertainer was only like 5-7 minutes, which I really enjoyed because I've been to concerts with multiple entertainers and they had been like 30 and 40 minutes in between, and that is not cool at all. One time I went to a concert and it was like a job. It was about 8 hours. I had to leave, and the main group that was last is the one that I really wanted to see, but I couldn't keep my eyes open any longer. It started at 6. I left after 1, and they were just getting ready to get on stage. I was like, this is the last time I go to multiple entertainers. I'll never do that again. But this, of course, I had to go see them, but they did a professional job. They kept it together. I'm like, uh-oh, you already know. When everybody sits down, they are getting ready to bring out the next one. Now, we saw her in Vegas. We weren't too impressed, but we were like, okay, let's see her now. We know she can blow. She just didn't really do any entertaining. So they're getting ready to bring her out, and look at her. She has tons of hits herself. That's why I just really enjoy these. And then you don't realize how many people she actually did, what do they call it? Like duos or whatever with. But there she is. She came out jamming too. We really enjoyed her as well. And my battery was getting ready to die in the car. I thought I was charging it, but it wasn't charging at all. So I only had like 50% on my battery. And that's why I had to pick and choose. And I did more of Patti LaBelle and Stephanie Mills because I had never seen either one of them. So by the time I got to Chaka Khan, I think I only had like 3%. So at least I was able to get some of her. David was recording as well when I told him my phone had died. But I'd rather do it on my phone. It makes it easier to, download and edit and everything. So she was getting down. She got down with all of my favorite songs. I feel for you and what you're gonna do for me. And I'm every woman. And do you love what you feel? And through the fire. And ain't nobody love me better than you. When you put your arms around me. But that is enough. And her guitar player, boy, he was really having a ball. I'm like, if nobody enjoyed themselves, he sure did. So Chaka Khan was over there jamming right along with them. And then the other, she has, I think he plays, I forget what they call those guitars. They're more like a rocky kind of sound, rock music kind of sound. And then that bass player right there, she went over there and was jamming with him as well. And just everybody on stage was just having such a good old time. And you know, that's why I worry about being on the floor, me and being short. Someone taller than me is always sitting in front of me. That wasn't the case this time. But the girl 2 rows in front of me, she was standing up throughout most of the whole show when we first got there, up until Patti LaBelle came out. And then the girl in front of me, who was also standing up, she got tired of standing up, obviously. So when the one in front of her kept standing up, she tapped her and told her to sit down. I thought that was funny, but it worked. She never stood up, and I was happy because I was able to videotape. We really enjoyed ourselves, and thank you for watching.